This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
Moore, the man in motion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 48 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Well, this defense for the Bengals very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
Hey, smash Bronco! 18, right here.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lumberjacks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
19, Tiger. Go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Looking downfield, he's got all the tight end. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. 63 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for a second.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well. Down to about the 32.
When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Hands it off out of the gun. Bust through the tackle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Okay, ready? Go!
Here's Daniels. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bengals have taken the lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
19 Lions.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
Track 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hut, hut.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates. 7 up.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
19 check. Here we go. Mustang 19. Hurt. Check. Check go.
Back to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lumberjacks are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Daniels looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To the air goes Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Bengals have regained the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Right back to him on first down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down and then some, 36 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the back.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go.
Here we go.
You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. It is a touchdown. The extra point is good. And the Lumberjacks are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go, sack.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. The linebacker Jerome Baker there to make the play. Second down and 8. Putting the tight end in motion. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. Daniels to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Man in motion here is Jennings. Third and long, and here's Daniels. This is caught down that right sideline. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Daniels gonna throw again. That's to his tight end, Eric All. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing again, Daniel. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd and 7. A handoff as they try to run it here. He has pushed through one tackler, but is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain here.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniel.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot for Watson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he got all of this one. Headed for the sideline. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll let one go down the middle. And he will dive into the end zone. 79 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bengals are on top. It's now 10-7. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Set. Hey, smash. Tracking 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They send the tight end in motion. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. A touchdown. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. A big play on that one. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5. A gain there of 17.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal. Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question, 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That is 14 for the 2nd time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down. Now a give up the middle, and a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. Throwing is Daniels. To the end zone. It's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Moore going in motion. Fortunately, teammates downfield, comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Man in motion here is Jennings. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. This one intercepted. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6. A touchdown for the defense. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the Lumberjacks are out to a 21-10 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Here we go.
Daniels now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot down the field. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the second time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, at the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
Here's Daniels. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Say, hey.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Play action. Here's Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his cake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
On second down, it's Daniels. Into space at the 45. He may go. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 82 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. throw here to begin the drive. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there is a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bengals will extend this third quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Ready?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot for Watson. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. It's a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Lumberjacks are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Man in motion here is Jennings. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 69.
On 1st down, Daniels. He'll get that to all his tight end. And the Bengals are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Throwing now, Daniel. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals are able to extend the lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Man in motion here is Jennings. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. Inside the 40. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. To throw is Daniels. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick six? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, he found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniel. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. A gain there of 21. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. Daniels going to throw again. That caught Tony Pollard.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He's got a receiver wide open, left side. A pickup of 15 in the air. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter.
Run on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That's to the right side and incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. 12 yards on that hookup. That's enough for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
79 Bronco.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
Moore going in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really nice play recognition there by the defense. They sensed the quarterback had nowhere to go downfield, and that ball was going to be checked down. The moment that ball hit the running back's hands, there was nowhere to go.
Got it. Ready?
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
60 bucks. Ready? Head the street. Head the street. Ready?
Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. Play action. Here's Daniels. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. 13 yards on the catch there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Now a give on the ground. And a short pickup down inside the 10. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. He'll bring this back to the 10, but that's it. The drive stalls out. It's 4th and goal. Drop now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
18, pioneer. Set.
They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Tight end going in motion here. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's 1st and 10.
Rig alert, rig alert. Go street.
They'll throw out of the gun. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Track him 60. Set. 60 Maverick. Street. 7 Pirates.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
19 tight. 19 tight. Set, go.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Roger McCreary.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.